because F's on top in that region, okay? And then we add the second region from B to C. Well, G's on top now, so it's G minus F with respect to X. So let me erase the mess I made down here. It doesn't matter what the functions are, does it? It's one function minus another. And the hardest thing you guys are going to have is remembering to subtract the entire function, which is like when we subtract cost, we subtract all of cost, distribute that negative sign. So now you have to remember to subtract the whole function, okay?
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, so if I have, let's just say I have x cubed plus 6x squared minus 8 minus x squared plus 6x minus 5. When I subtract this function, all of my signs are going to change. This has become minus x squared minus 6x plus 5. My second function is going to change sign all the way across. Don't just subtract the first term, subtract everything.
Is that like the integrated, everything is integrated right there?
No, this is, so say where we're setting up some region, right? Where this was on top in that region and this was on the bottom. Then we're trying to make our integral as easy as possible. So we're going to combine functions before we try to integrate.
Okay, but how come there's a subtraction when you have
So that
It's the
that first
formula,
parentheses
honey.
is
It's
G's.
top minus bottom.
The parenthesis is G.
Take a look at,
Oh,
The
okay,
second
okay.
parenthesis is F.
so do you guys know why it's minus? That's the next question. Why is it minus? Look at your handout. So if we take this area and we subtract out that little area, what we're left with is the area we want. So think of this as blocks, right? If we take this block and we cut that shape out of it, what we're left with is the shape we want. That's literally subtraction. So far, so groovy? So that's why the sign in between them, Caitlin, is negative.
Yeah,
So
I
would
get it.
Okay.
X cubed be the F, and like the
It
X
would
squared
in
be
this
the
case.
G.
I just haven't set it up as a region between blah, 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 because I don't know for sure what's on top.
Okay,
So I'm just,
so that's how.
for illustration. So we're gonna do some real problems. Yeah, Adam,
And so I'm confused on the top part, right, in the black.
right here,
Yeah,
where are you stuck?
just like the plus, so like what is that exactly? What do you-
Why are we adding? For the same reason we would add areas when we're finding areas, right? You just add them together. What's this area plus this area? That gives you the total area that you're looking for,
Oh, okay.
right?
Mhm.
Okay, Caitlin,
I actually raised my hand once.
yay.
So that's always add and the inside the F's and the G's.
Right.
Those are always subtraction.
So this is an area plus another area gives you total area,
Right, but
right?
it's always gonna be like wherever there's a minus, there's always a minus, wherever there's a
Plus, there's always a plus, yes. This is the way this goes. So it's area plus area. To get the area, it's top minus bottom. Okay? And this is set in stone, guys. It's not on your tattoo, but guess what? You can add it to the back. Yep. Top minus bottom. So let's do some math, shall we? Yeah. I know it seems like a dirty mnemonic, you guys, but it's not intended to be. But it does help you to remember it, right? Yeah. You all sound so disappointed. Took the fun out of it. It's freaking hot in here. Am I alone here, or are you guys all cooking too? It's hot. You're in between two curves. Yay! start nice and easy. I want you to find that shaded area.
For the homework, are they gonna give us graphs like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there will be several different kinds, so I'm gonna give you as many of the kinds as I can within the time we have, so that you can see them all, okay? Who's on top?
The
Y.
squared plus seven?
Yep. So how do I set this up? Top x squared plus 7 minus our bottom, which was 1/2 x. We're integrating that from what to what?
0 to 7.
0 to 7. That was easier than you guys thought, wasn't it? Top minus bottom, okay?
So you don't need the parentheses, like how you
No.
had them on the first one.
Nah, when you're subtracting a 1/2 x, you're subtracting a single term, so the parentheses are not necessary, but if you want them, just for continuity, so that you are doing the same thing every time, by all means include them, okay? So is this integral 1, 2, 3, or 4?
1.
1, what's my integral?
That.
I'm gonna
You know,
cry.
if you had the x squared plus 7 in
X.
parentheses and then the 1/2 x, then it would still be
X to
interval
the
number 1,
third.
because neither is raised to a power.
That's right,
X to the third
yeah?
Over,
plus 7x.
no, over 3.
Oh yeah, over 3.
You guys have
Plus-
forgotten how to integrate.
7.
It's a long
7x
day.
minus 1/2 times,
X to the second over 2.
thank you. Yes, from 0 to 7. Okay, so let's clean this up a little bit before we start plugging crap in. X cubed over 3 plus 7x minus x squared over 4 from 0 to 7. I want you guys stare at that for a second. What do I do next? Plug it in? Plug what? Plug what?
Plug it in.
Plug what in?
7.
7. Okay. So here's 7 cubed over 3 plus 7 times 7 minus 7 squared over 4 minus,
0.
and I can go through and double check each term and verify that each one of them is gonna go to 0, but I need to see at least that, you guys. You know what I'm talking about. Don't assume that every term is 0. You must go through, just because you're plugging 0 in doesn't make the whole thing 0. You must go through and verify. Just like we did when we found K, okay? Gesundheit. So now we can do a lot of this in our head. Let's make it just a little bit simpler. We've got 7 cubed over 3 plus 49 minus 49 over 4. Right? So what's your answer? Gesundheit. He's getting a workout today.
151.08.
How would you verify this, guys? What would you plug into your calculator, though?
The original.
What original thingamabob?
X squared plus 7.
So you have to get as far as plugging it in, top minus bottom. So you need to know what's on top. How about if I don't give you the functions in a picture? How can you tell who's on top?
Whoever comes first.
What?
Whoever comes first.
Yeah, but how do you figure out who's on top? If I just give you 2 functions in a region, and I don't give you a pretty picture, who's on top?
The plus 3.
Send digital.
No, that'll tell you if they connect.
so
These two are never gonna connect, though.
Graph them both
Yes. Graph them.
together, right?
Yeah, graph them together and see who's on top. Right, over your region from 0 to 7 in this case.
Like the one would go into like Y1 and then the other one would go into Y2.
Precisely. Yep. When in doubt, graph them out, guys. If you don't get a picture and you wanna know who's on top, graph it and look at who's on top.
Is there another easier way to know who's on top, or?
Well-
you have to graph it?
Sort of. If they give you the region from 0 to 7, so let's just say they give you this function, and from 0 to 7. They don't tell you anything else, including the picture. Find a test value between 0 and 7, like 1, and plug it into both, and whoever gets a higher y is on top, right? So you can do this algebraically too if you want, but when in doubt, graph it out. You guys need the graphic skills, okay? Let's do another. Oh, they're so pretty. Oh, shit, my notes are over here. So pretty. This time I'm gonna give them to you without a picture. So I'm gonna give you y equals 2x and y equals x cubed minus x squared. So y equals 2x and y equals x cubed minus x squared. Find the area bounded. And this could be area or areas